While many industries are under fire because of the credit crisis, the rapidly developing stag and hen, or bachelor party industry, is fighting a winning campaign. In the UK alone, the industry is worth over $1.1 billion per annum and shows no sign of taking cover.
Stag and hen industries enjoyed some very big growth. We're talking as much as 50% year on year.
While stag and hen parties normally hit the headlines for debauched and drunken city centre revelry, the more wholesome activities are largely overlooked. Over 60% of professionally organised weekends include an outdoor activity.
It's a very key part of our business now. It probably accounts for about 50% of our total income and has grown this year over last year. We're actually seeing numbers up about 30% for 2008 over 2007. We focus on three main activities, one being clay pigeon shooting, one being quad biking and the mud buggies, which you can see behind me.
Paintballing is the other favourite. It's seen 10% year-on-year growth over the last decade, and the vast majority lining up as cannon fodder are stag and hen groups, happy to don the war paint.
80% of our business, I would say, is to do with stag and hen groups, and our business is really increasing. I mean, we've seen that over the last sort of 4 years, that the business is really, really big, and we've had to actually expand our sites, so into other sites over the south of England to accommodate for all the people that we need to sort of get through.
At around 10 cents per paintball, the bills can swiftly rack up, depending on how trigger-happy the weekend warriors want to be.
Average use per person is 500 to 800 for a full day, so if you work that out sort of over a year, it's a lot. People look at the way we sort of sell paint and think it's a big way to print money. We don't do it for the love, we do make money, but as long as people are out there enjoying themselves, then obviously they're shooting paint, and that's where we make our money from.
Surprisingly, perhaps, it's not just the stags who are pulling the trigger. The hens, too, are getting their nails dirty rather than done.
Well, I actually work in a spa, so I wanted to do something totally different and get really muddy and dirty and go out and just do something fun.
The old adage of keeping up with the Joneses is helping to fuel demand.
As soon as a customer's been on a stag or hen weekend, they want to better it with the next one they book, so they look for extra activities to do that, and that only increases the industry.
Hotels too are repositioning themselves to take advantage of this growing trade, and are quick to rubbish claims that stags and hens are difficult customers.
We hadn't intended to focus on stag and hens when we first started, but it's been very successful for us. The stags will come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, they'll be rowdy for 10 minutes, they'll go to sleep, and they'll get up in the morning for breakfast. We rarely have any issues.
As the market matures and people look for ever more exotic adventures, overseas travel is also on the rise.
The last 2 years, with the growth of the European market, has seen it grow tremendously. We've got 40% growth year on year, so we're moving in the right direction.
And that direction is increasingly towards Eastern Europe.
Key cities for people to visit a stag weekends are very much Eastern European. They're price conscious anyway. People enjoy it out there because the beer's cheaper and so is a lot of the entertainment.
They even seem to be getting in on the joke.
One of my operators was just telling me in Hungary you can actually arrange for the local police to arrest your stag and you have to go down and bail them out, so they are getting in on it too.
So with weekend packages starting from as little as $280 a person, it looks like our stags and hens will be running wild for some time to come.